Question 31. We adopted parliamentary democracy based on the British model, but how does our model differ from that model? 1. IAS regards legislation. The British Parliament is supreme or sovereign, but in India, the power of the Parliament to legislate is limited. 2. In India, matters related to the constitutionality of the amendment of an act of the Parliament are referred to the Constitution Bench by Supreme Court. Select the correct answer using the code given below. A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 or 2. Explanation. Option C is correct. Parliamentary sovereignty is a principle of the UK Constitution. It makes Parliament the supreme legal authority in the UK, which can create or end any law. Generally, the courts cannot overrule its legislation, and no Parliament can pass laws that future parliaments cannot change. Indian follows constitutional government, where the power of Parliament to legislate is limited by the Constitution. In the case of India, the concept of basic structure has molded the judiciary to a certain extent. The basic principle has stood as a pillar for the Indian judiciary. It gives the power to the judiciary to curb any action of the legislature and the executive if found contradictory. The provision for a constitution bench has been provided in the Constitution of India under Article 143 and Article 145. 3. It is the Chief Justice of India who is constitutionally authorized to constitute a constitution bench and refer cases to it. A constitution bench consists of at least 5 or more judges of the court, which is set up to decide substantial questions of law with regard to the interpretation of the Constitution in case. Question 3.2. In the context of India, which of the following principles are implied institutionally in the parliamentary government? 1. Members of the cabinet are the members of the parliament. 2. Ministers hold the office till they enjoy confidence in the parliament. 3. The cabinet is headed by the head of the state. A. 1 and 2. B. Only 2. C. 2 and 3. D. All of these. Explanation. Option A is correct. In parliamentary system, the Union Council of Ministers exercises executive authority. The Council of Ministers is responsible to the lower house of the Parliament called the House of the People. Any minister who is not the member of the either House of Parliament for 6 consecutive months shall at the expiration of that ceases to be a minister according to Art. 75.5. According to Art. 75.3. The Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the House of the People. The Cabinet is headed by the head of the government, the Prime Minister. The head of the state is the President. Question 33. The cardinal features of the political system in India are: 1. It is a democratic republic. 2. It has a parliamentary form of government. 3. The supreme power vests in people of India. 4. It provides for unified authority. Select the correct answer from the code given below. Code A. 1 and 2. B. 1, 2 and 3. C. 2, 3 and 4. D. All of the above. Explanation. Option B is correct. The cardinal features of the political system in India is that it is a democratic republic where the supreme power is vested in the people of India. India has a parliamentary form of government. It does not provide for a unified authority, but makes a separation of powers between union and states. Question 34. Consider the following statements. 1. India is a democratic polity. 2. India is a sovereign state. 3. Indian has a democratic society. 4. India is welfare state. Which of the above statements are true? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 1, 2, and 3 only. C. 2, 3, and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Explanation. Option D is correct. According to the Constitution, India is a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. The architect of India Constitution provided for a welfare state by the provision of directive principles of state policy. Question 35. Consider the following statements and choose the correct answer by using the codes given below. Assertion. A. India is a democratic country. Reason. A. India has a constitution of its own. Code. A. Both A and R and R is the correct explanation of A. B. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. C. A is true, but R is false. D. Both A and R are false. Explanation. Option B is correct. India is a democratic country in which important decisions of governance are taken by the elected representatives of the people. India has a written constitution. However, the United Kingdom, being a democratic country, does not have a written constitution. On the contrary, non-democratic countries do have some form of constitution to maneuver the functioning of the government.